Life's a party. Life's always a party. Let's go, Paul. This is exciting. Exciting times.
Why? What's going on?
It's so exciting to see the progress we've made.
You know
with
what?
every show.
I'm gonna agree. Every show getting bigger, better as we preach. That's what we do. Hopefully, we're gonna post this on our Instagram. We'll do a little snapshot of what we got, but we got some new lights.
I think we might be on like Fox News next episode.
Dude,
we're progressing that fast.
This is how professional we are getting. People do not understand what this set is looking like, and we still got more to go.
We might be hosting the Tonight Show at the end of this.
Might as well, dude. We got the setup
Like
for
2
it.
weeks, the progress we're at. Sheesh.
Whew.
Wait. We both were gonna take a sip of water. We got to get this on instant replay.
You know what
and
I noticed?
we both put the cap back on at the same time.
You know what I noticed too, but I didn't want to say anything? You got like the white fit on, and I got like a black outfit on. The hat too, everything.
Oh, there we go.
You're seeing on YouTube right now. But, you know, as we said, so big news.
Big news.
So what did we preach last week? What did I need to happen?
Well, what we wanted to do was to get this basket. We wanted 200 followers on Instagram. Did we accomplish that, Paul?
Absolutely.
Are you excited that we accomplished that?
Dude, that's all I want. Like, as long as we're progressing at a good pace, we said, hey, Instagram kind of plateaued a little bit. We need some help. We said, what's better than a Halloween basket? You want to have some popcorn? You want some Bud Light? Right there. Go to the Instagram if you haven't already.
We originally said 200, and you were like, fuck that.
Dude.
We were doing 300,
I said,
which
bro,
is a bold move. That's a very bold move.
bold move, Cotton.
Considering we're at 200 right now.
And we're going to make this thing pay off. If you're on YouTube, obviously, check out the baskets right in front of us. If you're not, go on our Instagram. Make sure you have some entries in. You can always have more entries.
I think Paul has the most entries.
I'm not actually playing the game.
Can I win? Like, what happens if I
No,
win?
you can't win. I
What?
can't win.
Can I at least get like a Bud Light if I accidentally
I'll give you
win?
a free other Bud Light that I have.
there we go.
For sure.
I'll take it.
But I think it's good. Halloween basket, you know, people are entering and getting new people to the page. That's what we want. You know what I mean? So we got to the 200 followers. We said 300 followers. We were going to give away the basket, but I'm going to bring it down. It was a little ambitious. I'm going to bring it down. 250 followers. We're going to get this thing out by Halloween, hopefully a week before Halloween at the latest. And that's what we're going to do. That's the goal.
250 followers. So tell your friends. Don't tell your friends. Just put in 80 million entries, and this basket could be yours. Like, this is a good time. Pong balls, Bud Light, scratch off. You could win $1 million on a scratch off.
Dude, that
do
would
we
be
get?
impressive.
Do we get a percentage if the guy who wins or the girl that wins?
Yeah.
Say they win $25,000. Do we get a percentage of that amount?
We should make a contract up.
We should make a contract. We should do that. Yes.
But even there's this buzzed game. It's a card game. It's being underrated right now in this basket. It's a drinking game.
I'm reading it on the back. It says this is the drinking game that gets you and your friends hydrated. I'm not sure if that's
pretty hydrated right there. Here, give a little example. One card says, "Drink if you ever gone to class drunk." You ever go to class drunk, right? He's drinking. Me too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good game. We're getting hydrated.
Don't try that at home. All right, but let's just jump into the show, man.
What we got?
We appreciate the
love,
comments,
the support.
We're excited to give this basket away.
Hell yeah!
Weekly, we're upgrading like crazy,
dude.
Growing at a rapid pace. So the first segment we're going to start the show off is called Fact or Fiction. Now I know we did a segment later in early shows where we gave interesting facts,
like fun facts
that you wouldn't know. Like there was a basketball court at the Supreme Justice
or Dolphins in war. You know
Dolphins
what I mean?
in war. But this on the other hand, we're going to give a statement. So it's either going to be fact or fiction, and it's your job, Paul, to either guess if it's going to be a fact or a fiction. We each have 5 statements, and then whoever has the most wins or gets the most correct at the end of the 5 wins this basket.
Okay. Oh, no. I'm listening to the rules. No. The basket's going to the fans, man.
No, but it is a good segment to like get your brain cells rolling, start this podcast,
idea.
Learn something new, and then when you're like, I was going to say a bad word, but when you're drunk with your friends.
Yeah. Is that what you were going to say, shit-faced?
When you're shit-faced with your friends, you could spit some knowledge, some general knowledge on them that they wouldn't even know. All right, so I'll go first.
What do you got?
My first one is there are 2 parts of the body that can't heal itself. What are they? Oh, no, wait. What are they? It's not an open-ended question.
Yikes.
Let me try this again. There are 2 parts of the body that can't heal themselves. Is it fiction or fact? I gotta get my phone out because I got the reasons on why it's true or not.
2 parts of the body that can't there are two parts of the body that can't heal themselves. I feel like that's true because you kind of gave it away, but I feel like it's true. It's probably like eyes and no, I feel like the ears and stuff. Like I don't know.
Okay, you're incorrect. It is actually false.
Oh damn.
Fiction.
Okay.
Just teeth is the only body part that can heal themselves. That can't heal themselves.
Really?
Yeah. I really butchered
wonder
that
why.
fucking first one.
Yeah, but you still got it. I still got it wrong.
Teeth is the only body part that can't heal themselves.
Okay.
So you chip a tooth,
It's gone.
it's gone. Not getting it back. Paul got it wrong.
All right. So that's the first one. I got one wrong. Ryan.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna do
you say,
we're gonna do some Disney stuff. I really like Disney. Hollywood Studios. You know the theme park in Walt Disney.
I do. I've heard of Disney World.
Okay,
actually.
good.
I
I
have
just wanna
heard
make sure.
of Disney World.
Hollywood Studios and Walt Disney World. The idea for that park was actually stolen from another company.
I mean, I don't know what other company it would be stolen from. Like, would it... Great Adventure? Like, Disney's not stealing shit from other people.
I don't know.
Disney creates stuff. They're the creators of the world. They have the creative imagination. They're not stealing any
that's
ideas.
the brand, yeah.
So that is a fact. Oh, no, wait. It is fiction.
Fiction. You are incorrect, sir.
Oh.
It is true. It is a fact.
We're
butchering this. The
Do we know
confusion.
what fact or fiction means? Like, non-fiction
it's-
means true. Fiction means false.
There we go.
Fact or fiction.
This is actually a fact. Hollywood Studios, the idea, it was Walt Disney World's third theme park. You had Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and then Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios was actually stolen from Universal. Universal came out with the idea for a live studio amusement park, like a theme park, where basically you could film movies on, film like movies in the park, and basically it would be like an attraction for people to come see movies that were being filmed like right in front of them. That kind of idea, right? So
Right.
Universal actually had that idea first, and then Disney stole that idea
So
and made their own theme park about
was
it.
Hollywood Studios the last section from added? Like, there's Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom. Was Hollywood Studios?
No, it's the third.
It was the third?
So it was...
Because it was the first one out. I mean, isn't it not a thing
What?
anymore? Hollywood Studios?
It's still a park.
Yeah, but it's not called Hollywood Studios.
It's still called Hollywood Studios.
And
It was called MGM.
And it was
so they
called
stole MGM.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
correct. But that theme park.
Gotcha.
But they actually, what's interesting, they actually got their park out first, though. The idea was stolen, but Hollywood Studios came out and was built before Universal built built Universal Studios in Florida.
So what everyone's probably thinking at home, and what I'm thinking right now,
Yeah.
did Walt get arrested? Did he get arrested?
He was dead.
Is there a warrant out for his arrest?
He's in heaven.
If he stole the idea,
or frozen.
If
We
he
don't know.
stole the idea and they found out later that he stole the idea, does his son or daughter get arrested?
No, I don't think
How
so.
does that work?
You don't.
That probably doesn't
If
work.
if your mom murders someone, you don't go to jail because
She's not here anymore.
yeah, that's not the way that works.
Well, your mom passed away 20 years ago, Ryan. You are now in charge of her murder that happened in 1955.
You will pay the price. All right, so we both got those wrong. What do you got? What's our next one?
Now, let's go over what fact and fiction means. Fiction means it's not true. Fact fact means it is true.
No.
Yes.
Fiction. Fiction is false.
Yeah, fiction is false.
They said nonfiction.
No. Number 2, here we go. All the kings in a standard deck of cards have a mustache.
I feel like I've heard this before. All the kings.
All the kings in a deck of cards.
So where I think
Have
you could
mustaches.
possibly be messing with me is, like the Jacks have the mustache or something like that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this is a fact. The kings do in fact have mustaches.
Fiction.
Wow. Okay.
See, where I'm messing up is
I'm
on my
terrible,
phone
man.
I have false written down. So I'm looking at
Yeah,
false
it's
instead
bad.
of fiction.
That's a bad thing.
But it is fiction, as the King of Hearts does not have a mustache. And you never really notice
Only
that.
the King of Hearts doesn't have one?
I feel like when I'm only play cards when I'm drinking, so I'm probably really not good at observing what's on the card.
What's this? Why? Like, is that every deck of cards? That's like a
Yes,
thing?
every deck of cards.
That makes no sense. Like, who made the game and thought it was a little fun inside joke? You're making it harder for the print companies. Is what you're doing.
All right, next one. You go to the next one. Paul 0 and 2.
Okay, damn. Marvel Comics.
Oh, could have bet there was going to be one of these on
Marvel
there.
Comics almost went bankrupt in the mid 1990s.
Fact.
Yeah.
Nice. I got one, people.
Absolutely. I thought it was a little hard trying to create these. Hopefully you didn't know that one. But Marvel Studios is huge now. One of the biggest brands in the world.
Does that mean we're going to go bankrupt and then become famous?
Honestly, any way you get there.
Is that how it works?
But, Marvel Comics was looking really bad. They were selling off their cinematic rights.
I thought you were going to go with something else.
Yeah, they were selling off their cinematic rights. That's why the X-Men were with Fox. Universal actually has cinematic rights to the Hulk. Sony has all the cinematic rights to Spider-Man. That's why Spider-Man never was in the Avengers.
That whole thing is just complex.
Exactly. But they went bankrupt.
Like
so
this owns that owns that. Spider-Man's not, or Spider-Man's Marvel. Blah blah blah's not Marvel. Fantastic Four isn't a super. Like what is going on here?
So that's what happened. This is the ramifications from that deal where they were trying to get some money back. But now because it's so big,
damn. So they had to like sell off characters.
Yeah, is that crazy?
Who got sold?
Fantastic Four went to cinematic rights. So, like, the use of them in movies. So, Fantastic Four and X-Men went to Fox. Okay. And Sony really took the big one, which was Spider-Man. So
Fantastic Four, they're elite. Did they come out with a recent movie, or is that just been...
That was the one with Michael B. Jordan, but it was pretty bad.
Oh, I didn't know he was in one of those.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to my third one.
All right, you got your one up on me.
Here we go. Japan has square watermelons.
I don't understand.
That's all it is. The statement is 4 words. Japan has square watermelons.
Had or has?
Japan has square watermelons.
I don't know how do you make a square fruit? I mean, there's star fruit, which are like pointy, right?
I don't know.
But I don't understand how you can manipulate a genetic code. But I feel as though...
Hey, if someone could do it, Japan can.
I feel as though it's such an odd fact, and you're like... Oh, this has got to be cool. It's ridiculous. But I feel like this doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to go with fiction.
0 for 3 for Paul. It is actually a fact that Japan has square watermelons.
I want to see a picture of this.
They're actually very common in Japan, but they are purely ornamental and often very expensive, with prices up to $100. So people get them in Japan, squared watermelon, for like decoration and decor.
Okay.
And they cost $100.
I don't know who would pay $100.
I can get you a picture. I looked it up because I googled each of these just to make sure to check my facts.
Yeah, agreed. For sure.
And I legit saw a picture of a square watermelon. That goes for $100.
Would you pay $100 for a watermelon?
I would not.
In your house?
No, I would not.
People at home, the partiers, what do you think?
Well, we can't hear what they think. Go ahead, Paul. Your fourth or third one?
I'll do my third one.
Oh, okay.
If you sneeze while driving at 60 miles an hour, you're on the highway, your eyes are closed for around 50 feet.
I think so wait, if you sneeze while driving at 60 miles per hour, your eyes are closed for around 50 feet. As I was looking for something to do for this segment, I saw a fact that we sneeze faster than we blink. So we sneeze at 100 miles per hour. Yeah, look at me bring out these stats.
Where's this coming from?
Now, I'm not really good at math, but if we sneeze at 100 miles per hour while driving 60 miles per hour, you just add the 5 plus 6 is 11.
That's the ratio.
That's the ratio. 11 is a prime number, so I'm going to have to go with fiction. Fine.
It is a fact.
If you sneeze while driving.
If you sneeze while driving at 60 miles an hour, your eyes are actually closed for 50 feet.
That is one of the scariest situations to be in. Sneezing on the highway.
That's super scary. Imagine doing it at night.
Plus, it's allergy season.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be sneezing right into the rail.
I think sneezing in general when you're driving, like, doesn't matter how fast you're going, is nervous to me.
So you sneeze, wake up, and you're off the bridge.
I try to sneeze my eyes open. I'm driving. You like hold your sneeze in. You know what I mean?
Like bite your tongue because you're concentrating on not closing your eyes.
Yeah. So you got one right, and I got 0 right so far.
All right, 2 more each.
All right. What do you got?
I like this one. This one's my favorite. One of Sylvester Stallone's, Rocky.
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
First screen efforts was a starring role in a porn film. So Rocky was in a porno.
That's a good
He
film.
was in an adult film.
Was he? I don't know.
That's just what the statement
That's
is.
the statement. I know Rocky was his idea, as obviously his claim to fame.
What if Rocky was a porno? That'd be weird.
I don't know if it would. We'd know it. We'd still know it the way we do today.
I mean, him and Adrian would be getting down. Okay. Kids show. Kids show.
I feel like it's an interesting fact though. Like I want to say it's false, but I'm like that's kind of cool. I'm gonna say fiction. I don't think it's true.
It's fact.
Dude, I suck at this game.
His first movie role was in a porn movie called, get this, Party at Kitty and Studs.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means, but that's the title of the movie. He was 24. He was living in Hell's Kitchen, New York City. He was a lead actor and was paid $200 to be in this porno.
Have you seen this film?
No, I was very tempted
Did
to
you
look
look
it up.
when you saw the
I was
fact?
very tempted to, but then I thought better of myself.
What?
I can't be watching Rocky be doing that stuff.
Like an
Rocky's a hero to a lot of people.
That's true.
People might not find him as a hero after this.
That's true.
We know he's got the stamina, so that's a good thing.
I like that. Okay, let's get past that one. Next one. All right, Ryan. So
Goes lots of rounds.
we're gonna go back to the I hate you so much. A lot of rounds for Rocky. Next fact or fiction fact, I don't know. For me, we're gonna go back to the superhero thing. 10 people have played the role of Batman for the big screen.
10 people. I mean, I know probably 2 or 3. I feel like this sounds like a fact. But I'm going to go with, I'm sticking with fact. Fact.
That is true.
There he
have been
is. Can you
10
name all 10?
There have been, no, but I can go through the list real quick.
How are you going to give that and not give us the 10 people?
Oh, wait, when we go back. So I was interested
Well, who's the best Batman?
of how many people have actually played.
They have George Clooney
Wait.
6th? Is that like ranking
No,
Batman?
I think this is in the order of the Batman. The Batman.
The Batman.
So there's been 10.
You think Rocky could beat Batman up?
No.
What?
No, I think Batman. Dude, utility belt?
I mean, Rocky, he could beat Batman up in multiple ways.
Basically, this is, you're so annoying, dude. We're getting past this. We're going to get past this. First, you got Louis G. Wilson, 1943.
Love Lewis.
So these are all cinematic portrayals of Batman, not including animated voice
So
actors.
fake Batmans.
No. So Mark Hamill, you know Mark Hamill, right?
Nope.
He's the guy who played Luke Skywalker.
I've never seen a Star Wars movie.
Okay, that's ridiculous. But everyone go shame Ryan. But that guy who does who plays Luke Skywalker, he's the voice of. Oh no, he's the voice of the Joker. No, I'm sorry, I was getting confused. But he's
This just in, Paul knows nothing about this topic.
a lot of people really like, even though he was never a like a movie portrayal of the Joker, a lot of people claim to him to be like one of the Jokers. So because he's played him for like 15 years, but we stuck to just like movie versions of Batman. Number 2 is Robert Lowry. This is 1949.
Love Robert.
Adam West.
Adam.
Super famous Batman. Then you got Michael Keaton.
Michael.
He's actually coming back in a Batman film. Did you hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
That's going to be a crazy thing. Michael Keaton. Val Kilmer. I don't really know Val Kilmer. Do you know Val Kilmer?
Yeah, a little bit.
You got George Clooney with the bat nipples.
Georgie.
You ever heard about that?
I'm looking at it
So
right now.
The bat nipples. That was a really famous thing. The bat suit had nipples on it.
Very, very sexy show.
Don't know
today.
why you need. Batman needs nipples, but whatever. George Clooney, one of the worst Batmans people think. Christian Bale, one of the best Batmans.
Okay.
Did you watch the Dark Knight trilogy or not?
I've never seen Batman. I don't think.
That's dude. The Dark Knight is one of the best comic book movies of all time. Heath Ledger,
I heard it's
amazing
really
Joker. Dude, it's amazing. So you got Christian Bale. Will Arnett played Lego Batman.
Willie.
He was a voice actor, but it was like an actual cinematic or a theatrical release.
I heard
So that's
Lego
why. And
Batman's
he's
the most
hilarious.
powerful Batman of them all.
He's the funniest for sure. Very comedic. Will Arnett. Ben Affleck.
Ben
He
Affleck.
was in the Affleck Duck. Ben Affleck. He was in Justice League. That's number 9. And number 10, the new guy, Robert Pattinson.
Robert.
That movie was
Justin
supposed to come
Tenet.
out. That actually movie, yeah, he was in Tenet, but his version of Batman was supposed to come out soon. It was like maybe like I think summer next year, but they got pushed back to I think October, November for 2021, but they're not done filming yet, so it'll probably be pushed back more. But there you go, right? There's your Batmans.
I thought there were 3, and there's 10.
So you got 2. I'm still goose egg.
Here we go.
0.
My last one. Pinocchio was in an animated porno with Sylvester Stallone. That's what. All right,
Fact, baby.
Here it is. Last one. Pinocchio. Actually, that's what this question's or statement's going to be. Was the first animated full-color Walt Disney feature film.
That is an absolute fiction.
And if you're looking for this, Universal's actually looking for Walt Disney to arrest him. So if you see him out in the streets, he's wanted.
Pinocchio was not the first animated full color.
Do you know? Here. I'll give you this. Even though it's fact or fiction, do you know the film?
Yeah.
What is it?
Snow White.
This guy's a legend.
Snow White was the first animated feature film.
Are you Walt's son?
Honestly,
are you going to jail for him?
I'm not going to jail. Do I wish I was?
I'm calling
Disney
Mr.
line?
Universal.
I have a lot more money if I was in that line.
Do you know why Universal is called Universal? Universal.
It's just their name, dude.
Well, I was just asking on it. No.
Well, like Disney's called Disney because it was founded by
Yeah, no shit.
Disney, right? So who is there like a Mark Universal?
Mark Universal. That's what I was asking. I thought you would know the answer.
I don't, unfortunately.
All right. Good job, Paul. Way to go.
Last one.
You got one.
I got one. All right. So can we make it tied? You only have. Wait, how many did you get right?
I don't know. Let's just ask a question here.
No, you got 2 right. You already won.
Yeah.
Dogs can be allergic to humans.
Fact. Really?
Wrong. Cats.
I know. I was looking at this and I
Cats
saw that cats
actually
can be allergic.
allergic to humans, but dogs are not.
See, I was looking for fact or fiction questions,
Yeah,
and
there
I
you
saw
go.
that cats allergic to that can be allergic to
So you were
humans.
like, of
so I was
course,
like,
right?
of course.
Yeah.
They each have fur.
You tried to think, but you didn't.
Both
You know what I
house
mean?
pets. But got that one wrong.
All
that was
right.
our little segment called fact or fiction. It took us 3 questions to figure out what fact or fiction means. But you found out Rocky was in a porno. You found out all the Batmans. You found out. I think I'm just still stuck on the Rocky.
Yeah, that was. I think you're thinking about it a little too much for my liking.
Okay.
Moving on, get out of this. But you got to win for a game. That's nice for a change. Not gonna lie.
I do. That's my first one in a long time, so I'll take it.
All right, next segment. We kind of wanted to talk about the presidential debate.
How do we not talk about it?
Like it's a big thing.
It's a monumental. It happens 4 times.
No, happens once every 4 years.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
So I think I don't know. As I just get older, I'm trying to pay more attention to kind of like what's going on in the world, and politics, and just like obviously what's going on in America.
And probably most of our viewers at home, the target audience is probably maybe their first time voting.
Agreed. You're probably first
So
time
it's exciting.
voting
We're in that
for
target
president.
age range where it's the first time you're voting for a leader of a country.
I remember. Well, we turned 18 right at the last election.
Yeah.
Or was it the year prior we turned? It was less than a year that we could vote. And it
When
was,
I went
right
into
there.
the voting booth, I was probably the least prepared, knowledgeable American. I probably shouldn't have voted, actually. Knowing absolutely nothing. I didn't know what a Democrat, Republican was at 18.
But I think it's still don't know who they are, honestly.
Well, I know one's elephants and one's
you know which
oh
ones?
come on, what's the other elephant and is it even an animal? Another one? Elephants are blue. Democrats, right? Republican? No, Democrats. Then what's the other animal? Isn't there another animal? Dunkin'. No, Dunkin'. Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts. Is
No,
what I heard.
don't get like Shrek. But yes.
But you watched it.
Yeah, so we both watched it.
I did watch it.
Most of the country watched it, and we just kind of want to talk about it. Like, not really talk about the parties or anything that was kind of said, but just kind of the overall thought about it. We think it's super interesting to just pay attention.
Yeah, who you voting for, Paul?
Shit. You know what I mean?
No, but I was watching it, and it's got to be so hard to be a moderator. That's one. It's got to be the hardest job on the face of this earth.
Everyone was really feeling bad for that guy.
Because I watched First Take with
with
Stephen A.,
with the
Max
girl.
Kellerman,
Yep.
Molly Quorum. I think that's how you spell her last name. Say her last name.
But Molly,
And
yes.
I watch it every day, in the background while I'm doing work from home. And she's literally trying to get them to stop talking over one another, stay on topic. And she has a hard time because it's just like they
Her
just want to say
job-
so much.
Molly on ESPN, yeah, First Take.
And she does it every day.
Her job is literally being a moderator for two guys talking about sports, which is just as intense.
Which the girls out there know it's pretty much impossible to keep guys screaming at each other talking about sports.
And she's got to make sure, they're on a time limit. And same thing with this presidential debate. You know what I mean? The man's on a time limit. He's got 6 things he's
got
trying to talk about.
Producers in his ears telling him next topic.
He's trying to make sure everything's okay. They had no commercials, so they didn't have to deal with any of that
That's good, at least.
outside BS. But definitely, the next morning, a lot of people were feeling for that guy.
Yeah.
They felt bad for him.
I thought he did a good job for what he had to deal with.
Dude, no one's going to be mad at him. Like, no matter who was there, was not controlling the scenario.
Could you imagine just yelling at any President, Mr. George Washington, please
Shut
stop
the
talking.
hell up. You shut
Abraham
up.
Lincoln, you're done.
You shut
Yeah,
up.
I've had enough, Abraham.
You shut up. Everyone shut up. Let me talk. You know what I mean? So, honestly, I thought that was really interesting. But I think it's interesting to pay attention to kind of what's going on. Whether you go right or left, like, honestly doesn't matter. But
Elephant or donkey?
Donkey. But, like, something really big right now is just, like, how important it is to vote. I truly believe in is just to vote. Like, you're living in such an amazing country that gives you the opportunity to select the leader of your country. And if you have that opportunity, like, just use it. If you don't feel like you're informed and you say, hey, like
last time.
Yeah, like, I'm not informed. I don't think I should vote because I don't know this stuff. Just take an hour. Like, take 2 hours.
I probably should.
We have the internet at our fingertips to learn. Now, there's a lot of BS out there. So you just got to filter like what you're seeing.
And a lot of the concepts are confusing.
They're hard. They're in
When I'm
depth.
18 talking about, not global warming specifically. I can't even think of.
But that's a topic like global warming. It's like, what side of the fence do you fall on? You know what I mean? Which party is that connected? Like, those connected to? Like, for global warming or not for global warming? Like, little things that I think would be helpful that you would know, because that's a big issue that could decide the future of humans, dude. Like, it's a big thing.
I saw this thing that was it the Wall Street Journal posted?
Yeah.
Washington Post. The picture of how we have 7 years.
Oh, the
global
time clock in New York.
That was in New York.
So is it in Chicago?
I thought it was maybe in Washington, right outside Washington Post, or did Washington Post put the post out? Well, it just says how we have to keep our climate or treat our climate better in 7 years, or we're gonna blow up.
So it's like, no, dead ass. Like, it's a doomsday clock basically, where it's saying that with massive climate change, that is your last time for a reversal. So you have we as a country, we as a human race have about 7 years to fix the issue of climate change, or it's irreversible, is what it's meaning.
Not to get off global warming, pick up your trash. But watching the debate, they don't read off of teleprompters,
No.
so you're actually seeing firsthand for maybe the first time in a while these guys or candidates and be themselves and try to tell us information without just reading something that maybe someone else or a publicist wrote for them.
Yeah, so great. Both of those candidates, especially the president, has a professional person who is like a speechwriter who goes in and basically writes everything for him.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. Like, I know Obama, most of the time they do stay on a script. With Trump, unfortunately, I don't know if he does or doesn't. But I know there is a professional usually behind a few that are kind of writing everything that he's saying that are in the teleprompter. But the debate is really them.
It's like authentic.
So,
like what's in their brain. Obviously they probably study.
Yeah, they know the questions. But it's really interesting. And with so much going on in the country at the moment, it's just interesting to see like what they say. But there's 2 more debates. I think they're moving the one because of Trump's current state with COVID, but
I'm trying to stay a little filtered here. So.
Yeah, no, but
no, I'm saying I have some funny things I could say.
Yeah, but
so if I'm just sitting here with my hands folded,
if you want to see jokes, go to a late night show. Jimmy Fallon has done a bunch. Jimmy Kimmel does a bunch too.
Didn't Jimmy Fallon get not canned, because canned means you get fired? But he had Donald Trump on, and they made a big thing that he touched his hair. You saw this.
When Jimmy's had Trump on the show.
Yeah, and he had him on the show, and he was like, "Do you mind if I just touch your hair?"
No, he did do that.
And people and like news outlets roasted him.
He asked about it. And
Yeah.
he like petted his hair.
Donald Trump, I think, was fine with it, but news outlets were like, "That's disrespectful." Yeah.
He wasn't the president at that point though.
Oh, well, I was
That
just
was
saying-
before. That was when he was running. It was during his campaign. But because they made a joke that it was like barking. It was like a dog. So he would like pet it, and basically the sound guy would put like barks in. He'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know you got heat for that. So there's 3 debates.
3 presidential debates, and
Is there one?
the vice presidents have one coming up on Wednesday. So
Oh, the
depending on
vice
when
presidents go at it.
Yeah. Well, the vice president and the candidate, Joe Biden's Camila.
Together? So it's a 2v2? Like 2v2
No,
pickup game?
it's just the VPs candidates.
I don't know if I'll watch that one.
I think.
Do you know who they are? I don't even know who they are.
You don't know the vice president, Mike Pence?
Oh, he's the vice. I know he's the vice president.
Kamala Harris
I don't know
is
her.
she's the. But that's really interesting because she'll be the first female in a vice president position ever.
There you go. Women power. Just like Billie Jean King
Billie
that you didn't even
Jean.
know thought was a
Yikes.
NASCAR driver. But do you know? So Biden was the vice president
Correct.
for Obama.
Yeah.
How many do you know off the top of your head? How many vice presidents have been presidents?
Wow. Great topic. Renee and I actually just looked this up last night. So
I feel like George Washington had to be.
no,
wait, he's the first president.
He was the first president.
Oh, I gotta go.
So
Show's over.
Renee, I actually asked this question to her last night, and we were talking about it. And we were like, it's like how many vice presidents were a vice president and then a president? So there's been, I want to say it's 9 or 8. Oh man, it's like 7, 8, or 9. So it's right around there.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You know what I mean? No, but that idea, it's like that top number, like those number of people have been a vice president and have been forced up to president based on like.
Oh, but like a impeached. Well, there's only been one impeached president, right?
No, there's. Well,
I know nothing about the United States of America.
I honestly don't know much too. I don't think a lot of people know about recent president history, but like, Nixon resigned, so like his vice
He was like,
president
"Fuck this."
is the vice president. But there was like 7, 8, or 9. There was one of those numbers, and then there's only been one other person that No, I don't think. Oh man, I don't want to give false information, but
Yeah,
I
don't
think
do
there
that.
was only one other person that was like a vice president, such as Biden, who then ran for president. But I know.
So he would be the first one.
No, because I think Thomas Jefferson did it. Thomas Jefferson was the 3rd president of the United States. I'm pretty sure he was. He was John Adams' VP, and then became the president.
Did they have debates back then, or when did debates?
I think they
Start.
probably always had debates. The first televised debate was like John F. Kennedy. I think like Kennedy.
I might
was
have to
one
go
of
on
the
YouTube
first.
and like try to find that. It might be interesting to watch, like one of the first debates with presidents. I feel like that would be very interesting. What do you Google?
I'm gonna look up televised presidential debate.
I was gonna say so. Oh, we should do a debate on here. I think that would be fun, but not make it like
what?
But make it a fun debate, not
No,
about
for
global
sure.
warming and shit.
Yeah. Oh, so there's a cool thing I always talk about too, is how a lot of people have really strong opinions on like things that don't matter. So it's like my favorite popcorn is Cinemark, but your favorite popcorn might be like AMC. But I might have a really strong opinion on that, and you might too. But honestly, who the fuck cares? Like no one really cares.
Right.
And it's like a cool thing. Like you have a strong opinion. Oh, like I really like Coke. You really like Pepsi. But does anybody really, like, will it change anyone's actual
Yeah.
life? No.
Like, is Coke fine? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna say that. Either way. Is Pepsi fine? Yeah, that's fine. Even though it's we could Pepsi's better.
Yeah, so which presidential campaign produced the first nationally televised debate? Typical answer to that question is 1960 Kennedy versus Nixon.
Nice
There
job.
you go.
Who won that one? Do you think these debates have a very strong impact? Because I was reading something or I heard something on the news that was like, Trump did this, and then it was like Biden didn't hurt his case, but he also didn't like. So I guess a lot of people value these debates. Like, do you think these debates hold a lot of significant value? Am I fucking talking to a wall?
Sorry, looking at my question.
What the fuck?
I think, honestly, no. I don't think they do. I was looking at.
So is it just entertainment at this point?
I think so. I saw something today too about how most of the elections are ran. So the idea of like a third party, like people talk about, oh, can a third party affect the election? And it really can. So basically,
Like Kanye West?
yeah, right. So you have 50% of the people go Democratic, 50% of the people might go Republican, and then basically, or it's like 40-40 or like 45-45. So then there's 10% in there that, depending on who the candidates are, might swing left or right.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be controversial.
No, go ahead.
So there's people out there who strictly, literally just vote their party.
There are a lot of people.
I'm a
like that.
Democrat, and I'm gonna vote for whoever the Democrat.
Correct.
That makes no
Isn't that
sense to
crazy?
me.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. Why are you not just vote on who you think the best leader of this country is gonna be? It makes no that. That just makes me mad. I just that was a little side.
But say that 10% that can either swing left or right basically decide who's president.
How is that 10%? That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
How the fuck is that 10%? So 10% of the people are voting how everyone should vote.
They're the swing. They're the swing votes, and that's why then the president will go back and forth between Democrat and Republican. You know what I mean?
Well, we just wanted to touch base on debate.
No, it was your idea. I honestly think it's important to talk about that kind of stuff.
Because we just want to talk about like stuff in the news, and this was a
just
big
know what's
thing.
going on, man. Like everything's so crazy. Even like Dave. You know, we talk about Dave from Barstool. That was one of the things we talked about weeks ago. And he, super cool guy, really interesting person, had an interview with the president. And we said, how the hell did this guy get there? You know what I mean?
Learn from my mistakes. Educate yourself before you go in that box and flip a little switch. Because your vote matters. Get out and vote, people.
Definitely vote. Next thing. Let's get off of that. What do we want to talk about?
All right, so I found something online that I thought would be pretty fun. It said questions to ask a guy. So it was an article online. I thought it'd be a good idea for us, being guys,
I'm a guy.
to answer these questions.
Are you a guy?
I am a guy, yes. I'm a good guy.
I'm a bad guy.
All right, so I thought we'd just go through a couple of these, just answer them,
All right, yeah. Give the male perspective, or at least two people of the species.
I mean, after I put these down, they're not really
too hard.
They're not really centralized to just male questions, but it's good for people just to kind of get a stand or understanding of where we come from as guys.
Okay.
So what childish thing do you still enjoy, Paul? That's the first one.
All right. So I didn't realize that you actually went in and answered the question.
I put like little tips on like how I'm gonna remember. So I put animal crackers. So basically any child food, like chicken fingers.
Okay, that's a child. Yeah, very like.
That's the childish things that I enjoy. Like I'm fine going out to a restaurant, getting the kids menu, chicken fingers fried, mozzarella stick.
Okay.
Animal crackers, love them. When do you ever see a 50-year-old guy eating animal crackers?
You do like animal crackers. You were eating them the other day while we were drinking. There was animal crackers going around. So you had a nice Bud Light, nice beer, and some animal crackers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, So like, what childish stuff are you into?
I think I'm trying to think. The only thing
Are like
that really like
I don't want to come at your pride here.
No, what?
But are like your action figures?
No, so I didn't start collecting anything so he's referring to I have like pop figures. They're on the show most of the time if you watch on YouTube. I don't have them today. But basically like I didn't start collecting them until I was like 18. So I never really collected anything. I never played with action figures growing up. I had like Thomas the toy train tank engine or whatever.
Thomas the Train. Put some respect on his name.
But like
Thomas the toy train.
Childish things. I probably think of like candy. Like candy. When I see candy, a lot of time I think of like childhood stuff.
Yeah, my taste buds are very 4-year-old-esque.
I think both of us follow.
Yeah, we both are. So yeah, that's a good.
There you go.
We're childish in what we
food,
eat.
Like what brings you back to your childhood? Maybe a movie. Maybe.
I also enjoy like childish jokes.
Yeah, very.
Like if you just say like something like fart or something.
I was dead ass like like a fart joke.
Yeah, like I giggle and laugh.
It's a classic joke. You know what I mean?
Kind of very immature in that aspect.
But still classic.
So next one.
What news headline would you most like to see?
So I thought about this question, and I was like, I want to see people be kind, this guy do a good deed. But then I was like, you know what I really want to see a headline for? Kid from Stratford wins the lottery.
Your hometown kind of thing. Yeah.
Kid from Stratford wins the lottery. And then there's a picture of me, rich as fuck.
And everyone attacks you. And
then underneath of that could be, little Johnny let Granny helped her across the street.
The newspapers like a little kid. No, I like that idea. I mean, I like the idea of basically like highlighting our hometown of Stratford, which I think
Me
is
winning
really
the
cool.
lottery?
I mean, anything, man. You'd be like, just not negative. You don't want like guy held at gunpoint at Stratford.
Here's something. Gunpoint. Right, Aid.
You know what I mean? We want a positive thing highlighting the hometown.
So, oh gosh, what was I just going to say? Headline, most likely to see. Oh, I forget. I don't know.
Maybe someone's like, we know gets super famous over something, or they find the cure to cancer. That'd be a good one.
That would be a good one.
You know what I mean? Helps disease or something like that. I think that would be pretty.
Damn it, I had something. It was going to be funny. I forget it. Oh, well, we'll go to the next one. So, what's the biggest doubt you have ever had, Paul?
Doubt.
Yeah. Like, mine is, like, you're probably reading my words like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what is
So, like, my biggest doubt is that I'll never be skinny. Okay. Like, I've never been skinny once in my life. Like, I was born fat, and I was chubby, and I was fat and chubby again. So my biggest doubt is that I'm never going to be skinny.
I think skinny's a relative term, though. It's, like, subjective almost. Like, yeah, there's an
Thin?
there's an under...
Normal?
No, I'm trying to think. Like, you can be classified by your doctor as, like, overweight, but, like, I think the
Dude,
term
they
of,
used
like,
to have those
skinny-
charts where it's like you're a kid and you're like, oh, you're on pace, Ryan. But mine would be like, be like the Rocky Mountains of a chart of, oh, you're a little bit above the average kid. Yeah, thanks, Doc. Close your freaking portfolio.
Yeah.
Before I kick you in the nuts.
Biggest doubt, though, like, I don't really know, man.
Another doubt I had is just that there will be no more violence. Because you watch the news and it's just there's so much violence.
Are you confused about? I think you're confused about the word doubt.
What's the biggest doubt you have? I doubt that there'll never not be violence. We're going to have an English class.
I think that's
we got to learn what fact, fiction, and doubt means.
Okay, yeah. I doubt that there will ever be like a world peace.
Hey, okay, that's like the most textbook
No, but
example.
I was trying to explain. I feel like that's what you said. That I doubt that there will never not be violence. It's like how you said it. So you mean you think world peace won't ever exist? Which I agree with you. I don't think it will.
I doubt not violence is violence. Doubt. You get what I was going for.
No, I agree. I think a big doubt right now is like, will the American people ever come to agreement? Like, will there ever be peace just in conversations? Is like super scary right now. There's just so much shit going on. Like, dead ass though. Like, there's just so much shit going on that honestly it's really annoying. Where you can't have civil conversations with people. You can't go in a room without being judged. Like, I want to go back to like a feeling of normal where you can express your opinion or you can just talk freely without
facts.
Someone like hammering you. It's mad annoying. So
facts. Good job, Paul.
Get off that before I get too feisty.
All right, here's it going. What's the worst and best thing about being a male?
I agree with your thing. I think that's the best thing.
Going to the bathroom anywhere we want, anytime. That's probably the best thing.
So, quick tangent. This weekend we went to Hoboken. And
Hoboken.
I went. I left the party for a little bit. I went to go check up on another club.
Okay.
And I said, I want to see if basically we could get in that club. Well, we were standing in line for another place. When you drink, you gotta pee. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And we were waiting in line. I said, bro, I gotta pee. So being a nice male, basically find a nice corner, city. It's dark.
Just let it rip.
Let it rip. Go back to normal. And no one.
Well,
let
it rip from the front.
Yeah, we're not going number 2 in the city on a street. Hopefully, I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go. But that's what's really nice, man. I can go real quick, don't have to really do anything, and then go back to normal.
So pretty much going to the bathroom is the best thing about being a male. But then what's the worst thing about being a male? And what I thought about is that men kind of get a stereotype from ladies.
Okay.
that all we like is sports, to go golfing and drink our beers. But that's not true at all. Like me and you, we'll go hit up a flea market.
That's true.
We'll go to, I don't want to say Home Depot because that is kind of manly, but we'll go to a little not bush garden, like a little garden.
Yeah.
Sightseeing. We'll go on a little picnic.
I just did a sunflower farm.
Did you?
And we did some wine tasting.
Polly and the sunflower.
Did some wine tasting, got some sunflowers.
Not a wine guy, but yeah. So we'll go out, we'll make a little
Exactly.
picnic. We'll
Yeah.
do a little drive-through movie.
That's nice.
We just don't care about sports, and I mean, we care about sports and drinking,
but
but
you're
it's
not
not
that stereotypical like hardcore male.
Yeah, we're
Who has
compassionate.
two brain
We got
cells.
feminism. We got feminine attributes. Attributes. What was I gonna say? I like chick flicks. We don't have to watch the game. We don't have to. We can skip Monday Night Football. I'll throw on the Notebook.
I think that could be the same thing about like females though. It's like you're being forced into a female stereotype of saying, hey, like you're into dresses and being pretty and like doing your hair and like there's a lot of girls who don't enjoy that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So same idea.
Yeah. All right. So next one, you want to read it?
What's the first thing that you think about when you see a homeless person?
All right. So I'm actually scared of homeless people.
So
Like if I see a homeless person, I'm scared of them.
was this like, so in Hoboken, as we just said, we were in Hoboken.
Yeah.
I saw a few homeless people in Hoboken in the city. Did you at all?
I
Was that-
didn't actually. I might have been.
didn't?
I might have been a little too tipsy to see anything.
So I saw.
At that point.
So you said you're a little more scared. I honestly automatically am like, I feel sorry for them and like bad for them. And it just like sucks. Obviously, you don't know people's circumstances. Sometimes they put themselves in that circumstance, but a lot of times they don't as well. Maybe they don't have family. Maybe their job screwed them over. Like there's a lot of different issues. So just keep an open mind when you see a homeless person. My dad was always a really big. Whenever we went into Philly, if there's guy, you stop at a red light and there's guys walking up and down the street. Yeah. Sometimes you don't know.
I get scared, so I like roll my window up. I'm like, oh, he's coming.
And you look straight at the light.
He's coming.
You look straight at the light. You don't make eye contact no matter what. But my dad was always somebody, always gave him like $10, a $20 bill. Like my dad was very generous. In Hoboken, I gave two guys two $5 bills. Like I saw two people.
I mean, I would give them two, but here's the thing: like, you don't know what they're gonna do with your money. Are they gonna go buy a pizza, or are they gonna go buy a blanket, or are they gonna go get some cocaine?
Yeah. Okay, cocaine. Yeah.
Get some hard shit.
No, but no, you're for real. Like you really don't know.
Like I do wonder that. Like I've given homeless people a couple $dollars here and there, but I wasn't like close. I threw it in their bucket because I was scared to approach them.
But honestly, a lot of like people, homeless people on the street are.
I'd rather get him a pizza and bring him a pizza.
No, I've seen people do that.
Give him a blanket.
They go get McDonald's and they're like, "Hey, sir, what do you want?"
I would rather do that.
And they go ask them. You know what I mean? So at least you know what it's going for.
What you call? I just saw something in the news where this ex-NBA player Delonte West, he played in the NBA, was a decent player, and then I guess he maybe got into drugs. I don't know the whole story or any of the story, as a matter of fact. And he was homeless, and he was like, there was a video that went viral about him being homeless, and it was like kind of a scary video.
Yeah.
Like, that's Delonte West, the future NBA or ex-NBA player, acting like that. He's homeless. Mark Cuban actually like bought him an apartment, gave him a bunch of money. So he's like hooking him up. So I just thought that was a cool thing to shout out.
Well, a lot of sports players, honestly, just like
because some don't manage their money.
No, they go through it like crazy. They just spend it. They're famous. They're trying to be big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't, or they don't get a job like after their career.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, the smart people like in sports, if they're an ex-player, they'll usually be like a broadcaster, or they'll start to invest in like other things. Yeah. So. But for sure.
So next time you see a homeless person, think of life's a party, give them $1.
Yeah,
you don't have to give it to them. If you're scared like
really
me,
nice,
just throw it in there.
I'm down
from
for that,
distance, like I do. But
don't be chucking change though. If you got some change,
chucking pennies out.
Be nice. You know what I mean? Put it in a cup. Like don't be chucking. You're not raining hard coins out here.
Last one. So what's something you're surprised no one has figured out how to do yet? You like what I put?
Charge your phone without a charger. So like
how do we have rocket ships that go to the moon, and we have iPhones that can get thrown against a wooden anything and not shatter, but we still have to plug our phone into chargers that don't work? Why do I have to charge my phone? We have the most technology ever in this entire world, yet I still have to charge my phone. We have portable charger. Just get a charger in the phone.
It would be cool. Yeah, but you still have to charge the portable
Why
charger.
do I have to charge it? Why can't we just get like an everlasting battery?
I think it'd be more ideal like if there was like a Bluetooth way that you could charge it. So if you were like hooked up to a source, maybe like a Wi-Fi unit, right?
Why do we have to charge a phone?
So say we have, I like that idea, that we have like a router for your Wi-Fi in
Don't
the
tell
house.
them. Maybe we could just keep
You have a router in your house for your Wi-Fi. But what if there was a charger router that you hooked it up and you had to sign in just like you do with your Wi-Fi, and when you automatically connect to it, it is then charging your phone.
That is a great idea,
There you
and
go.
we just lost it, and someone's going to be a millionaire because you just gave away that idea.
All right, you know technology because we don't. Come to us. We'll talk.
Yeah. Can we, like, verbally patent that idea?
Well,
it was your idea.
It is 7:55, October 4th, 2020. there you go.
Bluetooth charger.
Life's
At
a
homes.
party.
Life's a party.
I liked your idea. No one figured out how to do yet. I don't even know, man. You had a little more thought into these than I did.
What's something you're surprised no one has figured out how to do yet? Like rob a bank?
People have successfully robbed banks, Ryan. That's something people have been doing for hundreds of years.
I don't even know why I said that.
I think I'm a little surprised that it has taken us so long to get to Mars. I feel like we should have been to Mars already. We got to the moon in 1960, like 7 or 68 or something. And what are we, 60 years later, and we haven't gone to Mars? I know it's expensive, okay?
All right, that's great and all, but I just thought of something with the robbing the bank.
What?
I'm surprised no one's like learned how to print money. There is counterfeit money already. Isn't that crazy? Just not to get on the tangent here.
Yeah, but
how we value currency, and it's literally just
fake.
paper.
It's
and
fake money, dude.
Why can't we just make as much as we want? It makes no sense.
The only reason my $10 is worth $10 is because you and me both feel as though it values $10.
It's absurd. Like, you watch the show Money Heist, and I've been binge watching. That's why I'm on the bank robbing. They literally go into the bank and just print money, and that's how they become rich. Isn't that, you just literally print money? And we value money so much that it controls our lives. It's literally a piece of paper.
But the thing is, like, you could blow up that system.
I know, or it would
And
be
we'd be
madness.
screwed,
Yeah,
yeah.
I understand that, but isn't it crazy how it's just so simple?
The only reason some guy owns a Maserati and I own a Ford is because
He has more pieces of paper than
because
us.
he has more pieces of paper. When it literally really doesn't mean anything. Like it's just because we as humans and as a society have like put a value on that piece of paper. It's interesting.
insane.
That's like cool. I love philosophical and topics and things like that.
So if you broke into the mint and just printed paper, you'd be richest person.
No,
Isn't that just crazy? That's just absurd. All right. That was-
we're
Don't
talking
rob a
about-
bank.
That's Life's a Party tells you don't rob a bank. If you do, we didn't tell you to do it.
But we have a next movie of the week. We haven't
Okay.
bringing it back.
So we're gonna bring back movie of the week. Ryan's really excited about this one. This is his.
Don't rob a bank and don't do this.
So this is American Murder: The Family Next Door.
So I saw it on Netflix. Don't really know much about it, but Netflix has this new thing. I don't know if it's that new, but where they have like a top 10 list of like hot things on the platform.
Yeah, Netflix.
And this
has
is
had
number
that for
one.
a little while.
And this is number one, and it's only an hour. We always wanted to do a little documentary, like a quick documentary or something to talk about. Murder mysteries are always something cool to talk about on a show with like Ted Bundy and things of that nature. So I know a lot of people are into murder mysteries and serial killers. I honestly don't know much about this specific story. I even watched the trailer, but it looks interesting. If it's number one, then it's got to have some entertainment to it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on Netflix all the time, so I'm glad you saw this. Basically, so it's called American Murder: The Family Next Door. Came out this year. It's about an hour and 22 minutes, so it's not too much for you. And it says, this is the little synopsis that it gives on IMDb. In 2018, 38-year-old Shanann Watts and her two youngest daughters disappear in Colorado. With the heartbreaking details emerging, the family's story made headlines around the world. So, basically, she went missing, or the
They're
two
like a
daughters went missing.
happily couple. Like from what I got from a little bit of a trailer, is that they were a happily couple, and then this guy was in love with her and shit like that, and then she just went missing. And that's what it is. So we all got to check it out. We're going to talk about it, talk about murder mysteries. Is there even a murder in this? I don't know. I really don't know.
I think it's cool to we'll talk about this documentary.
Number 1 on Netflix. Definitely thought it was a must see.
And we know people watch this stuff.
Yeah,
they're big,
people
man.
love this stuff.
People really love this stuff. So it's something I'm not usually used to watching, but that's the whole point why we do these as well.
So now we got 2 things to watch for next week. We got this Netflix show, and we got Rocky's
Porno.
And then you got the Pinocchio.
We'll give our reviews on both. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna check it out. Actually, I might not do. Stay tuned.
We'll see. But that really concludes our show for this week. Episode 12. We've been doing this for a little bit now.
Episode 12. We're climbing the ranks in Spotify. I think we're right behind Joe Rogan's Experience. I think we're number 2.
What's the other one?
Daddy's.
Call
me Daddy. They're behind us actually. So
yeah, we're getting there. We're in front of them right now.
But next week we haven't really been talking about sports recently. So we're gonna have next week. We're gonna have a themed show, sports show. We're gonna break our jerseys out, eye black, really dive into sports. So ladies, I know you're thinking, I don't want to listen to sports talk the whole time. We're gonna mix in some creative aspects. We could maybe break down the best looking athletes,
or like how females perceive sports, or things that.
I mean, there's female athletes.
There's tons of things.
But we got a lot going on right now. We got the MLB playoffs, NBA finals. Doc Rivers was just hired, Sixers. NFL season's going on.
There's a lot going on right now, so I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully you are too.
We'll be decked out. We'll have footballs and stuff on the set. It's a theme. It's a sports show.
That's what we do. That's the episode. Go on Instagram, Life's a Party Podcast.
250
followers. That's what we need. Very soon you can win this basket. It's got some great stuff in it. Popcorn, some beer, Bud Light. It's Ryan's favorite.
Yeah.
We got some ping pong balls, if you want to up
I love to play pong. I love to drink Bud Light, and I love to gamble. So here we go. That's the Ryan package
some
right
scratch
there.
cards. I don't know. I heard there might be like $500,000 on one of the scratch cards.
I did hear that, but we get the percentage. Let's make sure we add that in there. But it's been a great show. It's just exciting. We're in exciting times. Merchandise. Me and Paul are to go hit up a merchandise place and see if we can get rocking on some design logos, some color schemes.
We want to bring some shirts out for you. I think that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, so we're going to try to work on that process really fast. Excited about the sports show next week. Definitely check out this episode on YouTube. Love you guys. As always, music, take us out. We're done.
That is it. Peace.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Rocky, Adrian.